salvation, but Freddy's temporary destruction too. The Grave. In A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, Freddy Krueger returns once again, and this time his victims are gathered in a psychiatric hospital. The surviving teens from Elm Street are treated as if they're only suffering from delusions, but Nancy Thompson, now a therapist, knows the truth. Nancy teaches the group how to discover hidden powers within their dreams, turning them into warriors capable of fighting Freddy on equal ground. The movie stands out for balancing a dark atmosphere with almost fantastical dream elements, while also giving Freddy more room for the sarcastic humor that would become his trademark. That's where Dr. Neil Gordon comes in. Guided by the spirit of Amanda Krueger, Freddy's mother, he learns that the secret to ending the nightmare lies in the real world, the killer's remains. Even with the kids united, Krueger proves nearly unstoppable. Killing some performs a sacred ritual, pouring holy water over the skeleton and burying it with prayers. At the same time, in the dream world, Freddy is consumed by divine light. Neil's actions in reality directly affect Freddy's existence in the dream. In the dream, Freddy feels the spiritual force tearing him apart. A holy light pierces through his body, burning him from the inside out. That way, he's defeated on two fronts, by Nancy's sacrifice in the dream world and by the purification of his remains in the real world. For the first time, it seemed like the nightmare had finally been laid to rest. The Mirror of Souls. In A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master, Freddy manages what many thought was impossible. He comes back from the dead and takes out the surviving Dream Warriors one by one. Kristen, the last of the original Warriors, is hunted relentlessly. Before being killed, though, she passes on her ability to pull others into dreams to her friend Alice. That gives Alice a heavy burden, but also a powerful weapon. As Freddy continues his slaughter, Alice absorbs the powers of Joey, who could control water in his dreams. When Freddy kills him, Joey's soul and his power over water transfer to Alice. She also absorbs Kincaid's super strength. Before Freddy kills him, Kincaid shouts at Alice to keep going, and his power flows to her too. Each death strengthens not only the killer, but also her. That's how the Dream Master is born, the only one strong enough to face him head on. In the final showdown, Alice realizes Freddy's true source of strength. He feeds on the souls trapped inside him. The battle takes place in the church, a place of purification and redemption, a perfect contrast to Freddy's evil plan. Remembering a nursery rhyme about the Dream Master, Alice recites the verses to weaken him until she manages to bring him before a giant mirror. That's the moment the trapped souls finally find their chance. One by one, they begin to fight back, pushing, tearing, and ripping Freddy apart from the inside. Screaming in desperation, Freddy tries to resist, but there's no way to stop the rage of the innocent lives he devoured. His body is shredded until only a pile of empty clothes remains, where once stood the sadistic killer. Once again, it seemed Freddy had met his end, but well, the story goes on. The Nightmare Baby. In A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, the Dream Child, Freddy finds a new way to terrorize his victims. This time, the plan is even darker. He starts using the dreams of Alice's unborn child as a gateway to continue his killing spree. Yeah, this guy really never gives up. Determined to protect her baby, Alice looks for a way to end the dream killer once and for all. That's when she finds an unexpected ally, the spirit of Amanda Krueger, Freddy's mother. Amanda knows her son is an abomination, but still she decides to intervene to stop Freddy from spreading more terror. In the final showdown, inside an abandoned asylum in the dream world, Amanda faces her own demonic son. Encouraged by Amanda, Alice goes up against Freddy once again, but this time, something different happens. The unborn baby used by Freddy as a bridge to the real world turns against him.
Unleash the power he has given you. School's out.
At the same time, the three souls Freddy devoured throughout the film start rebelling, tearing his body apart from the inside. With unstoppable spiritual force, he's weakened until he's reduced to his most primitive form, a deformed, helpless baby, symbol of his cursed origin. He's no longer a monster, he's just an abomination. At that moment, his mother's spirit consumes him, not like a hug, but as if purifying his soul from evil, and they both vanished. For a moment, it looked like the cycle had finally ended. Freddy, reduced to his infant form, was silenced by his own mother. At the end of the movie, Alice gives birth to her son, Jacob, perfectly healthy. Evil was wiped out, and life could go on. The final explosion. In Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare, the dream killer reaches the height of his reign of terror. Freddy was chosen by dream demons to become a legend and hunt down the souls of Elm Street's children. But those demons can only give him power if there are kids in town, and since they're running out, his power is fading. That's when an unexpected revelation comes. Freddy has a daughter, Maggie. His plan is to use Maggie to have children who would then be used to spread terror and feed his power. He sees her as the key to a new generation of victims that would make him one. But Maggie refuses to be manipulated. Determined to end the nightmare once and for all, she and the survivors decide to face him in the real world, where he's vulnerable. The final final battle brings an ironic twist. Maggie uses against Freddy the very same weapons he once used to massacre his victims: knives, and even the iconic bladed glove. After a brutal fight, Maggie pins Freddy against a beam, trapping him, and without hesitation, she stuffs dynamite into his chest. The impact is devastating, a colossal explosion that blows Freddy Krueger to pieces, scattering fire and wreckage. But deep down, you already know, Freddy never truly disappears forever.
At Yard House, we don't do low key. We let the good times roll and cold beers flow from over 100 taps to go hits like hand battered wings and lobster garlic noodles. From happy hour to late night, it's all on tap at Yard House.
The Nightmare recreated. In Wes Craven's New Nightmare, the saga takes an unexpected meta turn. Actress Heather Langenkamp, known for playing Nancy, starts being hunted, but this time, not just in a movie script. An ancient demonic entity that had once been contained by the very existence of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise finds a loophole once the movies end. Freed once again, it takes on the form of a darker, more grotesque, and more threatening Freddy Krueger. As the story unfolds, Heather realizes she can only face this evil by stepping back into the role that made her famous, becoming Nancy, Freddy's eternal rival. Alongside her son Dylan, she dives into a real nightmare, where the line between fiction and reality completely disappears. Sadly, young Dylan is hospitalized, and his babysitter Julie decides to stay with him to protect him. The hospital room looks safe, lit by the cold lights of medical equipment, but the boy gets sleepy, and as soon as Freddy, Julie tries to keep him awake, but is caught off guard. After Dylan is forced to witness a horrific death, he's kidnapped by the creature and dragged into a grotesque dream world. He hides inside a giant furnace while Heather battles the monster. With a precise strike to Freddy's leg, she gains just enough time to rescue her son. Mother and child then join forces. They trap the entity inside the furnace, which is quickly engulfed in flames.